Welcome to a brand new episode of the Post Game. I'm your host, Davion, and I'm joined by my boy Elijah.
Yo.
And I'm joined by my boy Oronde.
What's poppin'?
I'm joined by my friend Lillian.
What's up?
How we doing, y'all?
Tired. Usual.
Yeah, I think we've been doing this for a couple months, and you've had the same response. Tired.
That boy be tired.
We'll get you a break. Elijah, Lillian, how y'all doing?
Pretty good.
Good.
Same old.
I'm like that with you. Yeah, but today we'll be talking about the AFC South. Probably the worst division in the AFC, right? I would say yes. Yeah.
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 But there's still two relatively good teams in this division. AFC South consists of the Tennessee Titans, Jacksonville Jaguars, Indianapolis Colts, and the Houston Texans. Tell me, let's rank them. Let's start from top to bottom. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I think this is pretty self-explanatory. It'll be the Texans, Colts, Jaguars. No, wait. Why did I say the Texans first?
What?
Apologies. Titans. I'm tired, as I said. Titans, Colts, Jags, Texans at the bottom. Which the last two are very interchangeable because I do revere General Mills more than Trevor Lawrence.
Love that guy. Love him.
The top two are set in stone, Titans and Colts.
Same thing besides I'll say Texans third and Jags fourth.
No, I agree with Oronde. I think that Trevor Lawrence not having to deal with everything that happened in Jacksonville last year, I think he'll be able to finally gain a rhythm and improve. And I think that the Texans don't have the pieces for Davis Mills to do anything compared to any other team in the league.
I agree with that. Yeah, I'll say Titans, Colts. I love General Mills, so I'll go Texans and then Jacksonville. Okay. Which team out of this division do we think next year is going to surprise us?
Probably the Colts.
Yeah, I was about to say, the Colts, I guess.
I think, the only change they make is the quarterback situation. And I think an older Matt Ryan is still probably better than Carson Wentz because he's not going to make the same stupid mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're looking at a team that was 9-8 last year, maybe 11-6 if they're lucky. Probably 10-7 though.
I mean, not many people who aren't Colts fans know this, but the Colts were in their final two games of the season, they had to win one game to make it to the playoffs, and they lost, and one of those games was to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I think that's just because Carson Wentz is trying to play hero when he has two sprained ankles.
Yeah. So
also the Colts don't win in Jacksonville.
I was about to say, I believe Oronde had jinxed the last time we talked about this. He said the Jazz was going to win, and they did.
No, I don't know how I feel about Matt Ryan. Not Matt Ryan. I love Matt Ryan at quarterback for the Colts. I think he brings experience. I think he brings discipline. I think the only problem he had in Atlanta was it's Atlanta. They're not good. They have no offensive line. He was sacked. I think he was the highest sacked quarterback last year. Excuse me. And so I think this Colts team, who are just a quarterback away from the playoffs last year, now look at a contender in this division, especially beating out the Titans. But I think my problem with the Titans is Ryan Tannehill. I know he just not just like last year, but I think 2 years ago he signed a big contract, and I think it might have been last year. It might have been last year that he signed that big contract, and he found himself in Tennessee. And so I don't know if he's going to be that guy for them. Derrick Henry's going to be coming back from I know he played in the playoffs, but he still wasn't 100%, but he's going to be back fully healthy. And we can see if that team can hold up like last year.
I also want to say with the Colts, with Matt Ryan, they also have another experienced backup quarterback, Nick Foles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Big expletive Nick.
So that'd be a help for those two.
Of course. Okay, Jacksonville. Talk me through them. They had a good offseason. They have made a lot of really good moves. Adding, Christian Kirk, adding a lot on offense and a lot on defense.
Travis Etienne's back.
Yeah. So,
and they picked up former Commanders guard Brandon Scherf, who is real good.
They also picked up Ingram from Giants.
I mean Butterfingers?
Yeah.
Yeah, Butterfingers.
Butterball. Evan Butterball.
Mm-hmm.
So talk me through them. Why aren't they higher in this division?
Because it is the most dysfunctional team in the division, aside from Houston selling their soul for the Astros to win a World Series. It's just a series of poor mistakes, but they have a ceiling. Houston doesn't have a ceiling. Jacksonville has some level of achievement that they can get for this season.
And what's that? What do you think their highest level of achievement is this season?
5 wins.
5 wins.
5 wins.
I mean, because
the Jags.
What division do they play this year? Let's look. They play.
Yeah, they can get 5 wins.
Yeah. I mean, who do they play week 1?
The Commanders.
Commanders, Colts, Chargers,
Eagles, Texans,
I
Colts,
didn't feel like
Giants.
naming all of them, but I'm looking at it. I would say they'll probably win. The teams I say they'll probably beat are the
Packers. I'm kidding. It's a joke.
I can see them beating 1.
Probably the Jets, Texans,
3,
Colts probably
4,
1.
5.
Colts 1, Giants 4. No, I don't think they beat the Giants. I take that back.
I think they can beat the Giants.
No.
I think the Jaguars, looking at their schedule, Commanders are a definite possibility. I think they could probably beat the Texans twice. The Jets are just going to jet most likely. And, the Giants is a possibility. It'll depend on what Daniel Jones looks like and if Saquon is healthy.
I like Daniel Jones. So
I'll say 4.
I still give him 5. I'm gonna take the over and go 5. I will put a bet on this. I'll put a bet on this.
Not me.
No bet with no Jaguars.
Unlike you, I'm a madman, and I like gambling.
These are the fun times. Listen, I think Jacksonville. What's our opinion on what's his face, the cute kid from Clemson? What's his name?
Trevor Lawrence.
There we go. Yes. What? I mean, do we not?
Why are we dissing Goldilocks?
I mean, do you think he can be a NFL caliber quarterback next year?
Yes.
Yeah.
He is athletic. He has the intangibles. It's about having the team around him and not having all this dysfunction from his leadership positions.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, I think Trevor Lawrence's performance last year was a combination of not having offense surrounding him and also just the front office and the coaching.
I'll blame the coach. Yeah.
Out of the quote rookie QBs, I'm gonna count General Mills as a rookie for this situation.
I agree.
He
still showed a lot of upside given his situation.
He definitely did.
I think
he also could probably run some more. He's surprisingly quick.
Oh, he is. He's very tall, very stretched out quarterback. He's he's not the biggest yet, but that will just come with time. I mean,
he could use because Cam was tall. He used his stretch motion over the goal line. If Lawrence can pick up that with adding about like 20 more pounds of muscle,
definitely.
I think it'll be great.
And I think that just comes with time and like in any sport. I mean, we see a bunch of young guys start off smaller and then they multiply in size by 3, 4. Look at Giannis. Look at some of these other guys. But yeah, I like. Okay, so do we think any of these teams can make a big push in the playoffs? Can Matt Ryan lead the Colts deep into the playoffs?
I think Matt Ryan gets into a first round exit or a wild card exit. I do still have much respect for Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
But the AFC is just too stacked.
Exactly. I mean, can Derrick Henry run like he did last year all over the AFC?
I don't even remember if they picked up any linemen, but if the off chance that they did, that should help his running himself into another MVP case, since Rodgers does not have Devontae Adams.
I think the Titans are going to suffer from the loss of AJ Brown.
But they picked up Hollywood Brown as well, right?
No, Hollywood Brown.
They picked up Robert Woods.
Yeah, they picked up Robert Woods. You're right.
I was about to say they picked up Robert Woods.
Yeah, but I think AJ Brown was that guy that Tannehill could trust in a bad situation. But I'm not sure Robert Woods coming off of an injury, not having played in a year, is going to be that same threat. And I think that if defenses are more willing to sell to Derrick Henry, knowing that Tannehill's not necessarily the best option back there.
I mean, Tannehill is 35-12.
Yeah.
One of the best records in the league since joining
Record
Tennessee.
is not a quarterback stat. That is a team stat.
I don't know.
I mean, listen, I think where I hear both of y'all, like, I raised the point of, didn't teams last year try to put Henry in a bubble? Didn't he still run for 200 yards, 150 yards a game?
At the beginning of the season.
He still averaged 140. So
until he got hurt.
I mean, even when he got back, they couldn't stop him.
Plus, they had a good backup.
Yeah, he was amazing.
He did his job.
Did they keep him?
Darren
Freeman, Devonta Freeman. No, they didn't.
Where's he at?
It wasn't Freeman.
Freeman
was third string.
Then who was the second?
It was a big black.
It was a rookie. It was a rookie.
It had to be a rookie.
Hold on, pulling up the roster.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I don't think it was the rookie.
It might have been. He was black dude.
Dontrell Hillard.
No, it wasn't him.
Was it? It wasn't Hillard.
Nope.
Which of these names?
Huh?
It was Freeman.
There's no way it was.
Yeah, because when he got hurt, they used to rush with Adrian Peterson and Freeman. I mean Foreman, not Freeman.
Foreman. Thank you.
Foreman.
Okay. I was like, there's no way it's Freeman.
That's what I meant to say, not Freeman. Yeah.
I mean, but if they can find that 1-2 punch with Henry and Foreman.
Foreman left.
Oh, where did he go?
They don't have. I mean, their best backup is either Dontrell Hillard or Hassan Haskins.
Foreman's on the Panthers, by the way.
Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They picked up a power back, just like Henry. I mean, if I hate to say it, but if your guys go down again, you got a good solid backup.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? McCaffrey. McCaffrey goes down. They have a good backup. But I don't personally think any of these teams are going to make it deep into the playoffs and win the Super Bowl this year. I think that's just not a real thing.
For your odds, by the way, just so y'all have this information in the back of your heads, your title odds for the AFC South: Colts at -115, Titans at +155, Jags at +700, and the Texans at +2,500.
Wow.
I mean, what's funny about that is that they have the Colts winning the division right now.
I don't think that's
The Colts have the stronger defense.
It's possible. I would say it's
Oh,
possible.
I think I'm not saying that as like a slight at all. I definitely do think it's possible, and like it's more likely to happen because of. I mean, that team is they're just a really good team that really developed this summer. I mean, they really brought in some good players this summer, but even though there's an established, quarterback and like team play in Tennessee, they still went with the Colts. That's what I found interesting. I mean, but I listen, both of those teams, they can both. I don't think like just because because one of them have to make the playoffs. I think that's the only reason one of these two teams make the playoffs. Colts and the Titans, the only reason. Not because they have a better record than someone in the AFC, because like we said in previous podcasts, like the AFC is so stacked that there are going to be some teams that don't make it with like let's just say that the Titans finish with 10-7. There are going to be some teams in other divisions that don't make it with a like 12-5 record or something like that, just because of how deep the the AFC is. Because we're going to see a lot of games. I would honestly bet that the record to like NFC versus AFC games this season, the AFC are going to win 90% of the games easily. It's because of how deep they are.
I think that's pretty valid.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the NFC is a super stacked division.
I mean, so it's funny. Like we haven't talked about the division yet. I think we're like one podcast away from talking about the NFC. But like, just briefly, like, there's no one of relevance besides the Rams in the NFC.
I mean, there's the Bucks.
Listen, I'm counting the Bucks out this season. Hear me now, hear me clear. The Bucks are not the team to beat this season.
I will never count Tom Brady out unless he's hurt.
I get that, but I think they're gonna lose. I think they're gonna start slipping. I really do. But I could be completely wrong.
I don't know how to feel about it, because me being biased, I want to put the Bucks as my front runner.
Yeah.
But I know I can't, given we have to read teams on paper at the moment, as opposed to how our feelings are. But I want you to know your top three are the Bills, the Bucks, and the Chiefs, all separated by about 200 in the spread.
Bills, Bucks, and Chiefs.
In that order.
Bills, Bucks. Are we surprised that the Chiefs are that high?
No.
In Vegas, the Chiefs will be high.
Yeah, it's Vegas. Yeah, good point.
This is early. Yeah, this is early Vegas odds.
Yeah, never mind. That makes complete sense. And then
for your notable teams though, Packers are fourth. Patriots are like, I think 16th or 17th.
I want to know. Don't tell me the things. I want to know.
I mean, you're both the Commanders, Steelers, Jets, Panthers, Giants, Seahawks, Jaguars, Lions, Bears, and Falcons. And the Texans, of course.
Name those teams you just said. Those teams aren't relevant.
Hey, the Lions are relevant, okay? We're relevant.
The Lion. Hey, MCDC, I'd bet on his over-under for games won this year.
Hey, I would bet on the Lions to not finish last in the NFC North this year.
Oh, I'd bet they'd finish top 2.
Shoot, I'd put my mortgage on that.
They might.
I'd bet top 2.
Yeah, it's not.
I would like to say, I don't think when was this updated? Let me figure that out real quick. I think this was last week. Okay, this was last week when these odds came out. So this has to be updated for Panthers getting Baker, which probably puts them up like 2 spots.
Puts them up?
Yeah, 2 spots.
I mean, yeah, Baker's better than Mariota, and I would say when he's healthy, he's better than Winston.
Better than Mariota? I mean,
Mariota
I guess.
hasn't even started since he played for the Titans.
Baker's a bum. Simple.
I don't understand your Baker hate, dude.
He's a bum.
Seriously,
we'll get to that when we get to the AFC North, because I am going to die on the defend Baker Hill from this
Listen, when we get to the NFC South and we have to talk about Baker Mayfield, we will cross that road when we get there. That's like 6 weeks from now. So sad. But one of my last points is I think the most underrated team in this division is the Houston Texans because they showed last season glimpses of, I wouldn't say like deep playoff team, but they showed glimpses of best team in this division. And so whatever happens to General Mills, and if he can produce like he did last season in some games, I mean, what game was it? Was it against the Patriots last year?
Yeah, bro. He popped off against us.
The Patriots, yeah, because it was a week right after Eli trashed.
He had like 400 yards after I trashed him.
Elijah just you trashed him, and then he was like, "All right, hold my beer," and then he went and got like 400 or 500 yards. So I think
they still lost, though.
If they can show up, I think their ceiling is 7 or 8 wins. Let's be real. It's still early in that whole rebuild, in quotes, that the Houston Texans won't. But they have potential to make a really good name for themselves this season. They're gonna beat some people that you don't think they're gonna beat, and it's gonna really put
I just like to say for that Davis Mills game, he went 21-29, 312 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, with 141.7 QB rating.
He also did good against the Rams too.
Yeah, he did.
29-28, 310, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception.
He should have beat the Rams.
106.2 QBR.
And then, yeah.
But
absolutely insane.
But yeah, as we begin to close, like, what are y'all's final thoughts on this division?
Don't got none.
Oh my God.
I will watch more Jaguars games this season.
I agree. I do agree with that statement.
I'm already, my list of games to watch will be like some of the Lions matchups, including actually watching them on Thanksgiving.
Wait, who don't? Yeah, good point. Come on.
I watch highlights. I won't sit down and watch the game because I'm usually like busy. But I mean, watch more Jags games for sure.
Just because
I rooted for Trevor Lawrence even when he pooped on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
I did not. I think he's not.
But I want to see him succeed. I don't mind him succeeding.
Jacksonville's actually probably a team I'm going to watch less. I actually watched them a lot last year just because seeing everything go down was extremely entertaining.
Can we get Tebow back?
What?
No, why would they bring Tebow back?
Why not?
I actually heard him speak. It was so bad. Like one of those public speaking places. It was so bad. It was garbage. I hated every minute of it. But anywho, anybody else?
Still going for the Colts. Still going for the Colts to make it to the playoffs.
Okay.
I want to see the Colts make it to the playoffs. I want to see Jonathan Taylor succeed.
Ooh, I forgot about Jonathan Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
That's just wow.
Oh wow, I did forget about Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Jonathan Taylor with a real running back. Can they call him running plays? We won't have Wentz audibly. I can't say that word right now. Changing the play out of a run play to a passing play. Does that mean play action actually works because Matt Ryan can actually throw the ball?
I mean, Matt Ryan's gonna have a lot more time to have fun with.
That's true.
He have a better line too.
That's a top 10 offensive line compared
when
to
he and the Falcons went for the number one offense in their 28-3 season. People that blow up in the Super Bowl took away the fact that Matt Ryan torched the league and it just happened.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna say this out loud because I'm a Saints fan, but Matt Ryan is kind of that guy.
Matty Ice.
Just a little bit.
Falcons are just bad.
Yeah.
Where
Well,
remind me, y'all, where is Julio Jones going?
nowhere.
He's
I don't
going
think he's
home
going-
at this point.
He's at the cribs watching
He's at the
TV.
crib just like me and you.
He should just retire.
I agree with that statement.
Anyone who should retire is Cam Newton, but well, that's not a conversation
Completely
for
agree with
another
that
day.
statement too.
Has to.
Listen, maybe one day we'll devote a podcast to the
To
retirees.
who should, who should,
And
the who should retire episode.
Cam, Russell Westbrook.
We'll take Julio
nah,
Jones.
nah.
All right, anyway.
nah.
All right.
Hey, you finna throw
Packers-
hands over
Packers
the
will take Julio.
Packers, really?
I wouldn't mind that.
I mean, let's be real. That's
I
where
want Julio to get a ring though.
That's probably where he might end up. Let's be real.
Julio to LA if Odell doesn't come back.
Listen, Julio.
That's my take.
Julio will go to the Packers, or then there's one other team I want to say, the Patriots.
The thing about Julio is he spent like most
I
of
would
last
not.
year either hurt or playing injured, and then when he was healthy, he wasn't getting the same separation he used to. He's a shell of what he was.
But let's be real. These defenses don't know that. They're gonna still double him. His name is still Julio Jones at the end of the day, and you're still gonna have to double Julio.
I will never forget that play for the Panthers fans when he mossed Luke Kuechly and made him fall. You know, that was a good play.
And I'm still pissed about
You know
that. And I'm
but
not a
receiving
Panthers.
mossing a linebacker is never something to get pissed about.
Oh man.
Y'all trying to go to game 1 for the Panthers?
I'm going to game 3 for the Saints and Panthers, so I'll be at
I'm not gonna go, but I'm gonna watch the hell out of it. Baker's gonna
Why are
be
you
the
not
best.
going to the wait? Why are you not going to the Chelsea game, Davion?
Who said I wasn't going?
Oh, okay. I'm just asking.
I definitely have not bought my tickets yet, but
I'm going to the Chelsea game.
I'm definitely as a Chelsea fan, I'm definitely gonna go to that game.
I'm
All
about
right,
to say.
after this, send me
I'm going.
your seat location so I can try to sit beside y'all.
I will find it momentarily.
All right. Yeah, just text it to me after this.
All right.
But yeah, we're just going off on a tangent at this point. Anything else before we
No.
get out of here?
No.
Yeah, that's it.
No, that's it. All right. Well, yeah, this has been another rendition of our predicting the NFL. We have one more after this, which is which is probably going to be one of the biggest divisions, which is the AFC West, if I'm not mistaken. Right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
The AFC West, which consists of the Raiders, Chiefs, Chargers, and what's that last team?
Broncos.
The Broncos, yeah, newly with Russell Wilson. So that'll be a good one to listen to. That should be coming out at one point next week. But yeah, thanks for listening. If you made it this far, I have been your host, Davion.
I've been Eli.
I'm Oronde.
I'm Lillian.
And this has been the postgame.